Knifedope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knifedope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Today I'm going to be taking a look at two packages. This one actually was in a package, but I started getting into it before starting the mashing the record button. And then this one arrived, I believe, on Friday of last week. This one was sent from a gentleman by the name of Brian. He is the creator for the channel called Gluten Free EDC. This is one of his knives, and he was kind enough to share with me. So please be sure to give him a follow on his channel, or I guess a subscribe. And then we got one coming in from Work Knife Balance. This guy is another good guy, and he's involved in the same pass-around group, but this is actually a pass-around knife. So if you're not following either of these gentlemen, please start. Big thank you to both of them for sending these knives in. Okay, now first, before we get into this, if you do enjoy the content, I'd ask that you would share, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, goddammit. It does help the channel, it does trick that algorithm, and it does help your boy to go viral. Okay, enough of that shit. All right, people, we got a knife here from We, in case that's not evident. But I've gotten a couple of knives in my collection from We, and I've really been impressed. They do make a good knife. You know, I ain't gonna shit you on that one. But it seems like they constantly give us the same, you know, same blade steel, same handle material, and for the most part, very similar blade shapes. I think they found their, you know, they found their lane, and they hardly venture from it. So, but that being said, I'm excited about this one. Oh yeah, this one is the Riff Raff. Now, normally I wouldn't be down for any Riff Raff. I don't play that type of shit. But this is one instance where I decided to say, bring it to me. Give me all that goddamn Riff Raff. But no, seriously, I had contemplated buying this knife a couple of times this year after the drop. I had heard some good things, but it was kind of muted. Like, you know, you heard like a couple of people talk about it in a good way, and then it was like, I didn't see it anywhere. I didn't hear about it. So we're about to find out. Woo! D10 is dialed the fuck in. Look at that blade. That is a beautiful goddamn blade. I tell you, they do a good job on their hand rub satin too. You know, that looks goddamn good. Love their contour scales. That's another thing that they do good. I feel like We does a great job with contouring their scales. They're usually very ergonomic. You know, they feel great in the hand. You can get a full purchase, no refund for sure. Even though there is no finger choil, with this nice little thumb ramp, you got a little bit of poon, you know, poon vibes. It does feel great. It feels like a solid, like ain't nobody pulling that from my hand. This is a Matthew Christensen design. Phenomenal designer. I've got a couple of knives in the collection from him. Oh, look at that goddamn action, boy. Right back to the house. Ooh, I like that backspacer too. You know, like a kind of like a geared backspacer. There's another knife in my collection that has a backspacer like that reminds me of this knife. Reminds me of. But enough of that shit. Let's get to some of these specs. God damn it. This one comes in at about $259, and that's according to, I believe, I got that priced off of White Mountain. Like I mentioned, Matthew Christensen designer. Overall length on this is 7.28 inches. We've got a handle length coming in at 4.16 inches. Blade length is a 3.12 inch blade. The blade steel is CPM 20CV. Back to what I was mentioning, you know, that seems to be the only steel that We uses is 20CV or M390. Blade stock thickness on this, nice slicer here coming in at 0.13 of an inch. Beautiful clip point with a nice, it's actually a flat grind. I thought it was a hollow for a minute. Most of Matthew Christensen's designs that I've had in hand are hollow grinds. This one, I'm making sure this isn't a hollow. It might be a hollow. It might be a hollow. I mean, I'm saying flat, but it just might be. Hand rub satin here, and then it looks like a belt satin on the flats there, perhaps. Frame lock is the locking mechanism. Milled titanium pocket clip is right hand tip up carry only. And a fantastic feature on this knife is there's absolutely no lanyard hole for the weirdos. Ha! Weirdos are fucked. Weight on this came in at 3.41 ounces. Now let me put up a couple of knives for some quick size comparison, a little bit of knife flexing. Actually, one of these knives is reminds me of this one, but we'll get to that in a second. First up, another Christensen Knife Works design knife, and that is going to be the Kraken. That one was made by Alliance Designs. So we can see here out the gate that the Riff Raff is a little bit smaller than the Kraken. Next up, one of the Wii knives in my collection, and one of the ones that brings me very similar vibes to the Riff Raff, and that is going to be the Hyphen. Now, one of the main reasons I was interested in getting the Riff Raff was because it was ever so slightly bigger than the Hyphen. And that was like the biggest complaint from people that really enjoyed the Hyphen. Some people would say, oh man, it's just a little too small. Well, I would venture to say that perhaps the Riff Raff might be, if you feel that way about the Hyphen, I'd say give the Riff Raff a shot. So let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. We are gonna get into that second box, by the way. Next one, a classic Spyderco knife that I absolutely love, and that is going to be the Spyderco Swayback. Riff Raff is definitely quite a bit smaller than that. Last but certainly not least, another Wii knife in the collection, and that is going to be the Wii Vision R. FYI, people, today the Civivi Vision FG, which is like the budget version of this knife, dropped. Here's a hint. Get it. So there we see once again the Riff Raff is smaller than both of these knives. Yeah, I'm interested in it. You know, I think the price point on it, $259. You know, that's before any type of discount. It's something that I think I would enjoy. Now, am I gonna go run out and get it? I don't think so. And it ain't nothing. That's not a reason because of the knife. That's just because of a reason of the market is flooded. There's so much shit coming out. I bought so much shit. I probably need to sell a couple before I start buying anymore. But we know how that goes. Let me know what you fuckers think. That was the Wii Riff Raff. Okay, next one. This one, like I mentioned, coming from Work Knife Balance. Big shout out to him. Let's see, for the unboxing knife. Let's get some American vibes, goddammit. None better than the Spyderco Little Native Wharncliffe apparatus. Trying to make sure I don't cut into no box. Okay, I feel the box there. So let's get this head. Woo! She's sharp as a foot. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. All right, let's make sure there's no notes in here. There's a bunch of peanuts. Okay. All right. We got a Takcom. And we got a bag for the dope. Okay. Now this one right here is actually one that I was really excited about. You know, I am not an auto man by any means. But I had just recently made a purchase in that genre, and I'm fucking loving it. So being that this one was coming across the table, I got really excited for it. This one is by Taccom, and this one is called the Stubby. Right out the gate, I can say I'm impressed. It's got a nice hefty weight to it, you know, for the size. This is a hard anodized aluminum scale, or rather handles. Nice carbon fiber inlay. If I didn't mention it, the OEM on this is Bestech, which was another reason why I was really excited about it. Quite a bit smaller than the one that I have. Let's check out the action on it. Now it does fire out, you know, it's California legal. You know, you got to remember that with these California legals, you know, it's a tiny little thing, but very easy to actuate that button for sure. We've got a somewhat of a modified sheep's foot / Wharncliffe vibe going on. I think you can get this also in a bayonet configuration as well. Let's put up a couple of knives for some size comparison, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. This one comes in at $189.95. So that's what you're looking at on the price. Overall length is 5.38 inches. We've got a handle length coming in at 3.4 inches. The blade length came in at 1.98. Blade stock thickness is 0.12 of an inch. 154 cm is the blade steel. Beautiful stonewash finish on that blade. Looks really good. Very, very minimal billboarding. We have the Takcom initials there on the front. And then, of course, Bestech's logo on the back. These are, I guess I would consider these more carbon fiber, I guess they call them inlays, you know. They are protruding, though. They're not meant to be flat or, you know, anything like that. They are meant to sit proud, so to speak, on these handles. Now, I know one of the claims they made about this knife was that the ergos were supposed to be really good. I mean, I enjoyed the thickness of it based on the small size of it. Normally, we would probably see something smaller or rather thinner in such a small compact carry. So I do appreciate that. But I don't think there's anything that's kind of making me say, oh, I got to have this knife. I can absolutely feel that fucking pocket clip. I am not going to shit you. But based on the thick blade stock, I could see this being a small, you know, quote unquote hard use knife. I say hard use, but I say that, you know, tongue in cheek, so to speak. Weight on this came in at 2.8 ounces. The pocket clip is right hand tip down carry only. You might be, nope, yep, right hand only. And the actuator button is also aluminum. Let me go ahead and put up some knives for some size comparison. Give you guys a better idea on this little girl. First up, how about this? A recent acquisition that I'm really enjoying. And that is also by Bestech. That is the Bestechman Dundee. So the Dundee, which is a small knife, is bigger than this Stubby. Next up, probably one of the best small carry knives that came out this year. And that is going to be the Pony Stout from Devo. In case you guys don't know, or in case you forgot, that Stout version 2 is set to drop this Saturday, 1 p.m. on DevoKnives.com. Bet your sweet ass I'll be there. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. Gotta bring in my only other automatic in the collection at this time. One that I've spoken about very much since getting it, and that is going to be the Kershaw Live Wire. Live and direct, God damn it. So we can see that the Stubby is a hell of a lot smaller than that Live Wire. Yep, that Live Wire is a full-size knife. Last but certainly not least, another recent acquisition that I'm really enjoying. Super slicey. And that is going to be the Spyderco Chaparral. This is the one with the Raffia Noble scales. Beautiful goddamn knife. And the Chaparral is also bigger than the goddamn Stubby. So yeah, the Stubby is exactly that. A goddamn stubby little knife. I do like it though, you know. I don't know if I like the goddamn price, you know, almost $200 fucking dollars. I don't necessarily agree with that. But you know, whenever Bestech's involved, that price always seems to rise, you know. I've heard that from people who use them as OEMs, and from something that I found out recently is that they don't make their own shit. They sub it out. So I guess that's probably got something to do with the fact that the price is always high, is they're paying someone to make the knife, so therefore they got to eat off of it too. You know the deal. The American dream, baby. What do you fuckers think? Are you down for some Riff Raff? Are you a stubby motherfucker? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!